Alright guys, it finally happened. The Vancouver Canucks have traded JT Miller back to New York Rangers, the team that drafted him, with Erik Brannstrom and Jackson Dorrington in exchange for Filip Chytil, Victor Mancini, and a 2025 first-round pick. Now, my initial reaction when I saw this trade is an absolute win for the Rangers. I know Miller's already 31, signed long-term, NMC, $8 million. Still, though, they get the best player in the trade by far, and the Canucks really don't get that much back. Obviously, like, the first-round pick is nice, but it's actually top 13 protected, so if they do get it, it'll be like a mid-first-round pick, best-case scenario. I feel like if I'm a Canucks fan, honestly, I'd probably hope the Rangers pick, say, top 12, and you get the unprotected 2026, and somehow, that becomes Gavin McKenna. Looking at JT Miller here, guys, you can see in-game, a 91 overall. Again, $8 million for the next 6 years, so he's paying him till he's 37. Really, though, like, JT Miller, like I said, it's not even close. Best player in this trade. You guys can see his stats in-game. Very good playmaker. Strong physically on the puck. He's also good in the face-off circle. Last year, the dude put up 103 points. A couple years before that, 99. The year in between, he had a point per game. This season's a down year, and he's still doing really well. I feel like in JT Miller's down year, he's still almost putting up, like, double the points of Filip Chytil. So, kind of just shows you the difference there in terms of the quality of player. And now, as I mentioned, with JT Miller, the Rangers here are also getting Erik Brannstrom, who actually has really solid analytics, but for whatever reason, hasn't been able to stick with, like, any team. I know the Avs had him, now he's at the Canucks, already getting traded. In-game here, we got him at 79, me, I'm top 6. He's, like, a good puck-moving defenseman, but again, for whatever reason, just can't stick with the team. And the Canucks also traded Jackson Dorrington, 6th-round pick back in 2022. Since then, he's played a few years in college. Hasn't been signed with the Canucks yet. I'm not sure if they were going to sign him. We actually don't have him in our roster, so I'm going to replace him with Gabrielson. He was a 6th-round pick in 2021, so the year before. 60 overall, medium 7th potential. I feel like that's a pretty fair comp. And like I mentioned, guys, in exchange, Vancouver Canucks here get Filip Chytil. In-game, you can see 25 years old, 83 overall, medium top 6, making 4.4 for the next 3 years. I'm not sure if you guys saw my Frost and Farabee trade, but Filip Chytil kind of reminds me of Morgan Frost, but honestly, I feel like Frost is the better player. And I know some Flyers fans are happy to see Frost go, so again, an underwhelming, return here for the Canucks. Especially, too, I didn't even realize, I knew Chytil was injured last year. I didn't realize he only played 10 games, 6 assists. The year before that, he was on pace for about a 50-point season. Before that, though, like, just in the 20s, like I said, JT Miller kind of just averages about double this guy's points. I know he's 6 years younger, making about half the money, but still, like, not really the return you want to see as a Canucks fan. They also get Mancini here, who's, done pretty well in the AHL. He's a defensive defenseman, stay-at-home guy, 5th-round pick in 2022. He has, looked pretty good. Hasn't broken into the NHL quite yet, but maybe could be, a bomb pair guy for them in the future. And then again, your 2025 first-round pick, you can see the value there isn't too great because in-game, of course, the Rangers are a buyer. As looking at their team on paper, they should be. In real life, I think that first actually has more value. And now I should point out too, guys, the Canucks do want both Chytil and Mancini, but the only player they actually have on the block there is Gabrielson, who's actually not even technically part of the trade, and the value is at least double on the Canucks side. So medium difficulty, there's no chance they say yes. And yeah, trade's rejected. And so now, guys, we're trying to trade from Vancouver's perspective. Normally, I'd show the lines to the Rangers, but I literally couldn't make the trade go through, even offering up Chytil and 4 first-round picks. No surprises here. The Rangers do want JT Miller. Again, such a good player, and I get the fact, he's older there. He has a no-move clause in-game, of course. I took it off for this year, but you guys can see what it looks like in the future. Full no-move the next couple years, 15 teams. 1 team, and then back to 15. I really do think the Canucks kind of handcuffed themselves by confirming the fact there is some drama between him and Petey. He's got the no move, so he can choose which teams he wants to go to. I get it's tough to make a trade happen, but even saying all that, I still do think they should have gotten a bit better of a return. And the Rangers actually are interested in Brannstrom there as well. So obviously, like, this one is 99% the Rangers going to say yes. I couldn't say them saying no, even with Filip Chytil there not being on the block. Same goes for Mancini. First-round pick probably isn't either, yeah, because they don't put those picks on the block till the deadline. The value, like I said, is just too much on the Canucks side. Let's see what happens here. And yeah, easy accept. Fans are going to be cheering in the streets. Yeah, I'm sure Rangers fans are happy with this one. Obviously, this makes the Trouba trade look even better. Trading him away to clear the cap to actually make this Miller trade possible. And now after the trade, guys, see what the Canucks lines might look like when they're healthy. You got DeBrusk, Petey, and Besser on that first line. I'm really curious to see whether or not Besser resigns now. Is he kind of satisfied with the resolution, of that conflict on the team? Garland, Chytil, Joshua on the second. You got Hoglander, Suter, and Sherwood on the third. DiGiuseppe, Bluger, Heinen on the fourth. Obviously, in terms of actual NHL players, trading out Miller, getting back Chytil is a downgrade, and I think it's going to be a tough pill to swallow for the Vancouver Canucks fans, as literally, like, within the same 24 hours, the Flames went out and brought in both Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee, and both those teams are fighting for the final wildcard spot in the West. The Flames just got better, the Canucks just got worse. Pretty much all year I've been saying the Canucks were going to get that final spot in the West for sure. Now, I don't know, I think it truly is a 50-50 toss-up. Defensively here, too, of course, led by Quinn Hughes. He's playing absolutely unreal. I've got Hronek with them right now. I know Myers they had, I think, on the top pair tonight. I feel like Hronek probably makes more sense. Demko, of course, back healthy is a big boost too for the Canucks, although Lankinen was playing really well while Demko was out. So again, you know, Canucks or the Flames, pretty much the only options for that final spot. Give me interesting to see what happens. Now, we'll take a look at the Rangers and see what the AI did with those lines after bringing in JT Miller. So they've got him playing 1C with Panarin on the left wing and Zibanejad on the right. Wow, they went full top heavy. Lafreniere there with Trocheck, Kreider, Cooley, Carrick, Smith, Avisi, Brodzinski, and Matt Rempe. Okay, so I mean, interesting. I don't know if they'll have, you know, Zibanejad or Trocheck, or even Miller for that matter, on the wing, or will they have like a ton of center depth going 1, 2, 3? We'll have to wait and see. Defensively there, of course, you know, no change. Miller, Fox, Schneider, Lindgren, Jones, Borgen. They just actually extended him. Kind of a bit of money. Shesterkin, of course, is in net. So the Rangers, another team right now outside of a playoff spot, and there's just so many teams involved in the East. Again, I think it's probably a coin flip whether or not, you know, they can actually make it in. On paper, they're probably the best team that's out of it right now, but due to how they played in the first half of the year, they haven't really done themselves any favors. And next year, guys, I'll show you what Filip Chytil looks like as a member of the Vancouver Canucks. I should mention, too, I saw someone point out it's going to be really funny when the Americans play the Swedes at the Four Nations tournament. Obviously, you'll have Miller going against Petey. I really hope just for the drama, every time Petey's line's out there, the Americans throw the Miller line out, and honestly, they might, since Miller could be on like a shutdown line with the American, whereas Petey will probably be the 1C for the Swedes. So that'd be really entertaining to watch. And then again, guys, right there you can see Filip Chytil with the Canucks. And lastly, this one's not too crazy since there's literally already pictures that exist of JT Miller on the New York Rangers, but still, if you guys want to see him on there in NHL 25, obviously, it looks pretty good since we've seen that before. And yeah, guys, as always, let me know in the comment section below which team you think won the trade. If you enjoyed this video, leave that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.